I'm Dave Lorenzo, and I want to help you raise your prices. I want to help you make more money with less effort. That's right, today's video is all about how you can raise your prices with the same amount of work. You don't have to change your product, you don't have to change your service, you're just going to focus on relationship-based sales, and I'm going to show you today how relationship-based sales can help you make more money simply by raising your prices. All right, this is the Dave Lorenzo Daily. We're here every day at 5 o'clock. If you're just joining me, thank you for coming along with us. Our community is a community of entrepreneurs, independent professionals, and sales executives who strive to get better each day, and we release a new video for you every day at 5 p.m. I'm glad you're here. Please, if you want to be reminded when we upload new content or you want to participate in our live interviews, you need to subscribe. Hit that red subscribe button, ring the notification bell so that you're notified when we go live, when we produce new content. It's here for you, all of it here in the community for you. Welcome. All right, let's talk about how you can raise your prices. And there are 5 different things I want you to focus on so that you can make more money with the same or less effort. The first thing I want you to do is I want you to change your approach. You are no longer allowed to call yourself a salesperson. You are now a consultant. You solve problems. That's what you do. You deliver value in exchange for financial compensation. That's what a consultant does. So consultants solve problems. I want you to change the way you look. I want you to look like $1 million at all times. In order to be able to command high fees, you have to be able to look like someone who is an authority. Now, if you work in the software industry or you work in an industry where you're a wacky inventor, you've got to look the part. So look like a wacky inventor. Or if you're in the software industry, you can look like a casual genius. But if you're out in the business world and you're working in financial services, you got to look like $1 million. You got to wear a nice suit. You have to be impeccably groomed. Your hair has to be perfect. You have to visit the dentist so that your mouth doesn't smell like a sewer. Your packaging needs to be impeccable. You need to look like the fee you want to command. That's the first thing. The second thing I want you to do is I want you to change the circle of people with whom you surround yourself. You can still have friends that you've had for years and years and years, but from a business perspective, you got to hang around with the best. So find the best in your industry, associate yourself with them. Join groups or clubs or professional associations where the best hang out. If you want to be perceived as somebody who's smart, hang around with people who are smarter than you. Join Ivy League clubs. Become someone who hangs out with the smartest people on the planet. Associate yourself with them and then promote the fact that you're part of those associations. Why? People judge you by the company you keep. If you hang around with dummies, people are going to think you're a dummy. If you hang around with Ivy League educated geniuses, titans of industry, masters of the universe, people are going to think you're one of them. Be yourself. Just hang around with people who are smarter than you and who elevate the conversation. That's going to do 2 things. It's going to change the way you think and you speak, and it's also going to change the outside world's perception of you. Perception is reality. You're judged by the company you keep. The third thing I want you to do is I want you to limit access to yourself. Everybody doesn't get access to you. Your clients get access to you as often as you can give it to them. Your clients should be able to connect with you when they need you. You should be easily accessible to your clients. But prospects or people who want to do business with you, they need to schedule an appointment. They need to fill out an application form. You need to vet them thoroughly. And the reason is because the more exclusive you seem, the higher price you can command for your products or services. This is called a velvet rope philosophy. If you want to open a nightclub and have it seem like the most popular nightclub on the planet, put velvet ropes out in front of it, make people wait outside, maybe 45 minutes to an hour, and then let them in. They will think it's the most exclusive place in the world because they had to wait to get in there. If you open a restaurant, whether the restaurant's full or the restaurant's empty, make people wait in the bar for 10 minutes before you seat them at a table. That will do 2 things. It will raise the perception of your restaurant because you're preparing to seat people, you're getting things ready, you take the extra steps necessary, and you might be so busy that people have to wait. That is called exclusivity, and develop some sort of exclusivity in your business in order to command a higher fee premium. The fourth thing I want you to do, once you get a client in, even if it's for your lowest tier product or your lowest tier service, I want you to overwhelm your clients with value. I want them to feel like you're giving them the best advice possible. I want you to be accessible to them. I want you to offer to help them in ways they never dreamed they needed help, and I want you to overwhelm them with value. Why? Because when people are overwhelmed with value, they believe they're getting a good deal. You could buy a Mercedes and you could think to yourself, I'm paying all this money for the Mercedes, the top of the line Mercedes. I can't believe I have to pay this much. The first time you step on the gas and your head snaps back because the car accelerates so fast, you think to yourself, man, I'm really getting my money's worth. And then when you find out that the car costs less to maintain than your Toyota, you're thinking to yourself, I really am getting my money's worth. And then when you realize you can fit all the bags you need to take on vacation in the trunk of your car and you don't have to put one in the back seat, you're thinking to yourself, this car is a bargain. Overwhelm your clients with value and they will think that they are getting the best deal no matter how high your prices are. So what do you do after all these things have been done? You're now dressing appropriately and you're packaging yourself appropriately. You're hanging out with the best people in your industry, with the smartest people in town. You're connected to those people. Everybody sees you connected to them. You've limited access to yourself. People need to make appointments. They need to fill out applications to work with you. You've overwhelmed your clients with value, so they're telling everyone that you provide an extraordinary experience, an extraordinary value. Then what do? Then you raise your prices. And you don't take your prices up to the middle of the market. You take your prices up to the highest point in the market possible. Your prices should be as high as the market will bear. You need to turn away 30% of the people that come to you, and you turn them away because they think they cannot afford you. You should only be working with 70% of the people who come to you because the 30% who don't work with you think they can't afford you. That's the rule of thumb. If you're going to raise your prices, don't go to the middle of the market. The guy in the middle always loses. The people who win are the people at the high end who turn away 30% and the people at the low end who don't turn away anybody. And I never want you to be at the low end because the low end is for losers. That's a race to the bottom and it's a race you can't win. You got to be at the top of the market. Raise your prices as high as you can get. This has been a brief tutorial on how you can raise your prices. You just have to package yourself appropriately and then do it. I'm Dave Lorenzo, and if you want me to study your business and find 20, 30, 40, even 50% increase in your ability to command a fee premium. That's right. You want to be able to raise your prices 50% tomorrow? You got to reach out to me. This is what I'm an expert in. I can help you find 50% more value in your current business just by changing the way you package and brand yourself. You need to call me. 888-444-5150, 888-444-5150. I can help you find 50% more in your business right now. Until tomorrow, I hope you join me right back here for the next edition of the Dave Lorenzo Daily. I'm Dave Lorenzo. Until then, I hope you do this and sell more.